had my first learned pony when I was about 5, when I was in Coventry. When my parents decided to move up to Yorkshire, I was absolutely heartbroken. So my dad was promising me that as soon as we moved up, he would help me find the stables, and that would be the first thing we would do. So when we moved up, I felt like the horses were a place I could go and have a friend. Obviously I made friends and stuff at school anyway, but there's always a friendship there from horse no matter what. So that was a really special bond for me, and I felt like I wanted to capture that. With other animals, like, there's that bond there, but the trust between horse and rider is a new level, isn't it? Obviously the horse is trusting you to take it in the right direction, and quite often as a young child it feels as though the horse is looking after you. They have that sort of wisdom, and they are sort of teaching you more than you're teaching them. So I've grown up around art all my life, like I've just been surrounded by sculpture, and it's just something that came quite naturally to me. Like I would always enjoy playing with the wax that Dad was doing, and just sort of developed from there. And obviously Dad encouraged me to try doing my own art and all that sort of stuff. Also, he taught me loads of techniques and everything else, so it just all sort of develops naturally, really. I did go down a completely different path. Originally I was doing university and chemistry, but the art is just something that's always been close to my heart, so ended up coming back to it. So the chemistry I use a lot of when it comes to the patina inside of the process, so creating the colours on the bronze. That's something that I've also helped my dad develop, so we've created our own patinas now that are completely unique to us, so it's been really good fun experimenting. So the patina is done by heating the bronze, so that in itself is something that's completely uncontrollable, really. Like, you're heating it with an open flame, so depending on the thickness of the bronze you'll get different colourings because it'll be a different temperature, and then you're applying the chemical with a brush, so it's almost like painting a picture, so you're creating a completely different version of it each time. Although they're similar, no two will ever be the same. Whenever I'm sculpting and stuff, I've always enjoyed stories and the magic of a story, so I've always got my own little stories going on in my head when I'm sculpting, so they have their own personalities and life, and as the story develops, the sculpture also develops, and vice versa. They sort of work together and creates quite a magical moment. However, because this one was so personal to me, the story just really flowed and came together by itself, so I felt like I wanted to put that down on paper. So I have actually written this, and we're going to put that as like a little accompanying piece with the sculpture, so you guys get to have a little insight into my world as well.
Shelter. The sun cast its vibrant colours across the sky on another crisp morning as the horse wandered around his winter wonderland. The grass glittered in its frosty jacket, and the old oak appeared to twinkle. The horse enjoyed the beauty of this time of year, for he did not mind the cold. This field had been his home for the last year. They said he was too old to be ridden, though he did not feel it. He suddenly spotted a small figure hunched over in the far corner. As he approached, a small, shivering child came into view. The child was absorbing this new, foreign land he now had to call home, but the cold was getting too much. The horse tucked in close to shelter the child from the icy breeze, and the child looked up with a grateful smile. There was an instant familiarity between the two strangers. It felt like they had been there 1,000 times before. A singular act of kindness on this magical encounter made the world feel that bit warmer as the two became lifelong friends.